Sex is the engagement of sexual activities whilst under the influence of drugs. This includes men who have sex with men, who could be having multiple partners. For example, they can have up to 15 partners in one weekend. Another example is through the CSE party model, which is child sexual exploitation, where young people get invited to parties for free drugs for the idea of sexual exploitation through gang members.
During our project, we managed to train 80 professionals working with vulnerable young people across Southampton. As well as learning what chemsex is, the drugs, the risks involved, professionals learn how to approach the subject with the young people they work with, and more importantly, how to support a young person engaging in it. 80 professionals, that's this many jelly babies. Jelly babies.
We house just under 90 young people who are street homeless before they come to us. I did the Chemsex training, and the knowledge that I've got from the training has actually been really incredibly useful within it. The reality is a lot of our work actually is reactionary, and that's a reality of what we have to work in, but actually what the Chemsex training is doing is trying to get out in front actually and trying to prevent. And I think a lot of our work would be much easier if there was more free training for youth services, housing services, those who work with young people directly on the front line to actually prevent rather than react.
The opportunity to gain more funding in this area, we would love to train more professionals. We have a current waiting list of 40 professionals, and this is just in the Southampton area that would like to come on our training. We are the only provider on Chemsex in specifically targeting just for young people. We are the only people that do that in the whole of England. The other part of the money would be related for young people in education, and it would be to develop a Chemsex toolkit that young people would help us with.
It's really nice having someone who's down to earth and on a level with us who we can talk to about things that my generation, people my age can have to go through. There's a lot of things that you need to ask, and it's pretty awkward or hard to say sometimes, and when you have someone who's just not in a weird way gonna bring up the conversation, we can talk about things in a non-formal kind of way. It's really nice.
Use the community to help us with our project. Everything needs to be peer-led, specifically targeted for young people. Young people would help us with the toolkit itself and help us train other young people, which would be much more sustainable as well if we could train young people to train further young people.